Hello colleagues, let me introduce myself. I'm Igor Borodovsky, Technical Sales and Support Specialist of Woodwork for Inventor team. And today I would like to present you the new features of new Woodwork for Inventor version 5. There is many innovations in the software and I've decided to split them in 4 groups. They include geometry analysis and processing, cover and fill material assignment, the new redesigned material and hardware libraries, and of course, because furniture cannot be manufactured without precise specification, we also completely redesigned data export branch. So let's talk about each item in detail. And let's start from the geometry. Today it's hard to impress someone with box-like case furniture, and to be competitive, designers are forced to make furniture of complex shapes. In demanding cases, they are often worked with solid wood, that requires to use special joints like mortise and tenon type and so on. So now Woodwork V5 makes you able to apply selected type of joint to your design using quite simple regular way that you used Woodwork before. Because now system allows you to not only remove material but also add material to the components. And of course, that makes you able to create such joints like mortise and tenon, Chinese joints, finger joints and so on in quite a simple way. Also, one of the new trend in the design is the usage of folded plates. They may be used to cover several components, or maybe you want to just use the shared HPL layer and so on and so on. Now we include such ability in Woodwork. So we have flat pattern mode supported. This means that you can unfold your folded part and apply texture direction or oversizes on the flat pattern. Also, if necessary, you may change the direction of texture in a similar way. And of course, you may control an oversize. In many designs today, you may face with sweep profiles made from solid wood, so in many cases you need to calculate unbent length of such profile. New Woodwork makes you able to do that. Also, in many cases you need to control oversize along each direction. Okay, let's speak about wooden joints. As you see now, we have some sample model which contains 4 plates made from solid wood. Also, near the model we see a solid wood joint itself. And now, using a touch command, I'm able to set the right position for such joinery. It includes a similar command that you may see using hardware attachment and so on. So I need to point on the front surface, on the right side, on the back, on the left side and on the top. And now, as you see, this joint is included in the model, but there is no joint till this moment. So all I need to do is go to the sculpt command and just run it. Now I may close it, disable visibility of such component, and as you see now we have nice looking realistic joint here. You may be able to see parts separately. As you see, we have material removed from one side and we have added material to another part. So quite nice. Okay, and now let's see how we can deal with such situation when we have some bent profiles, we have some folded plates and so on, and we need to set appropriate dimension, appropriate texture orientation and so on. So let's go there and let's see, I need to set oversize for such profile. System automatically strains this component, unbend it, and now you are able to set an oversize along each direction. So I will set a length oversize of 2 centimeters. This yellow shape represents the size of additional oversize. And let's see what we may do with that part. This part is made in sheet metal environment. This means that you may go into flat pattern state and set texture direction or oversize being there. Because our part is rounded along the edges, so we need to set some oversize to make sure that this part will be manufacturable, and set some oversize value. Okay, let's see how it will look after oversize will be set. As you see, I added 1 centimeter along each of the sides. Let's move to the next question, and now let's speak about the material assignment. The new features allow you to separate cover layer from fill layer. This means that you can independently rotate a texture direction, you can set an oversize, and you can create a multi-layer boards very easily, especially in cases if you create a laminated board on your workshop. Also, we included several new types and features like paints or lacquers. We have separate section for veneer, compensation film, HPL and so on. And also, because now we are working with quite flexible material library, this means that you can add a lot of material there. There is a function which allows you to structurize materials in the way that will be more comfortable for you, and we call that palettes. You can create your own palettes, include just few of materials that need to be used in a given case. And also, fulfilling the requirements of our customers, we included a physical edge banding ability. This means that you can physically model edge banding on your modeling space. And speaking about material, we made them Inventor native. This means that they are photorealistic, they are shared with another Autodesk product like 3ds Max and Showcase. Also, we include an ability to rotate texture on the model. And we include physical properties like density, which means that you can calculate the weight of your model by setting appropriate density value in the material. Just for your reference, in case if you are not very familiar with woodworking nuances, board which the furniture is made from consists from core material and thin cover layers. And previous version of Woodwork treated a part like as if they were made of pre-laminated board only. In the new version we separate cover material from fill material, and they both can be managed separately. This means that you can set a texture direction and oversize for cover and fill layer independently. Moreover, fill layer may be glued from few boards. This means that in this case we may speak about the multi-layer board, which also can be designed in Woodwork. We have such model, and now we need to assign some materials. Let's go to the Woodwork design section, to the material assignment, and let's set some materials. So let's start from a naked board like MDF, and I would like to assign this MDF kind board to that selected parts. Let's apply this selection, and let's assign some multi-layer board. I may go into multi-layer board section, and here is the set of predefined multi-layer board, which include several layers of the core material, and also we have 2 veneers on top and from the bottom. So let's assign that structure. If needed, you can create your own multi-layer boards and use them in the future. Now let's assign some pre-laminated board. Let's go there. Set some facade material like this one. So selected parts. Okay, and let's apply this material. As you see, now we have a model which contains some laminated boards like in the front, and also we have some naked boards that need to be covered by some veneer. Veneering may be also applied in the same way. We can go into material assignment, we can select the veneer type of covering and let assign some veneer to our model. All I need to do is just click on the surfaces that need to be covered by veneer and I may apply it. Also, I may use veneer like edge banding. All I need to do is just select an edge and apply this convention. Okay, now we have edge banding on our model. Okay, also we may assign some roll type material, like in our case to that front timber. Also, we have some naked edges here and we need to assign edge banding on top of it. Let's go to the edge banding command. Let's select some, let's say PVC edge banding. Click on the edge that should be edge banded. I use internal edge banding option. So let's assign. And I would like to show the new function which allows you to model an edge banding physically. Okay, let's go to the new command which named edge banding wizard. And all I need to do is just ask the system to create those edge bandings. And now, as you see, we have new features here. Okay, now let's set the texture direction for those veneered parts. Let's go to the grain direction, and now I may set a grain direction for cover layer or for fill layer. So let's switch to the cover layer, select this component, and I may interactively change the direction of the texture. Let's say that I need to change it to rotated by 90 degrees. Set option. Let's set angle option, enter the value, and as you see, I visually see the difference on my modeling space. Okay, and also to make sure that this part can be manufactured, I need to set some oversizes. Like in this case, when I have some banded part, I need to set some oversize. So let's go to the workpiece oversize, and I may set some oversize for fill layer in this case, because I have one pre-laminated board without any additional layer, so I will say that I need to oversize this workpiece. Now I need to select which edge should be oversized, set the direction and set the distance. And now it's done. So as you see, now operations with materials, it's quite simple and more user-friendly than in previous version. Continuing our discussion about materials, Woodwork version 5 ensures seamless integration with other Autodesk products like Showcase and 3D Max. Because we use shared material library, you can easily transfer your model from Inventor to 3D Max or Showcase without having a headache with material reassignment. And now let's speak about components library, because it is also one of the most important part of our system. We have completely restructured the way of how we work with furniture, because now we use iParts instead of iAssemblies, which significantly simplifies the structure of the component, make it easy to understand and modify, and of course to manage. And also this allows you to create virtual components. This means that in the description of a part you may include some parts that is not necessary to design in a modeling space, like glue, like scotch tape and so on. This makes management of such library much more simpler. Okay, and also we included the new insert command in menu. Speaking about joint templates, we also include the iLogic support, adaptive joints and so on. So let's see how it works in Inventor. We have preset some work planes here, and now I go into the attach command. And as you see, there is a new option to place component in assembly context. And all I need to do is go to the library, select the type of a joint that I need to use. Like in my case, I will use fixed joints, mini fixed joint, and also take a look at the extension. I am working with a regular part, and inside this part I have a description of the component, and our system treats this part like it would be an assembly. So, as you see, now I use the standard way to attach the component. I need to select the nested board plane, like this one, the pillar board, like this one, and I also need to select an axis. I may do this from a modeling space, or I may do this from a browser. Let's use the touch command, and as you see, those components are placed in their places. And if I open this component, as you see, this is a regular part. But if we return to our system and go into the specification, as you see, system treats this part correctly. We have several components inside this part. Okay, let's speak about the more complex case when I'm working with a logic joint like this one. What I need to do is go to the Woodwork for Inventor design ribbon and into attach command and use single mode. So let's select the front surface, the back surface, the top, the bottom, and the side. Now if I go to the side panel, let's turn off this component. As you see, I have components inside it. So to manage this component, I need to switch to the component level, and being there, launch iLogic browser. Go to the manage menu, let's go to iLogic browser, and as you see, we have a separate form which allows you to easily control the configuration of that component. For instance, for that model I don't need to use middle dowels, so I'm able to just disable them, and now I have the right configuration. The next question is the data export. We use more flexible templates. This means that we may include any Autodesk Inventor property in our report. We have new material replacement with illustration. We have new description of multi-layer board. We have the ability to separate veneers, paints and so on. Also banded parts or profiles also supported. And speaking about the feature improvements, in the 60 days we will have a new features about automated drawing generator, which allows you to output drawing bundle in one operation. It will contain improved scaling, and also we will have automated annotation for the whole table, for cover material. We have new labeling. We have an option to place data from BOM to a title block and so on. And let's go to the BOM. Being there, I may go to the place configuration, double click on it, on some line, and as you see, now we have an option to replace material with some real material, which also includes a texture. So we are sure that we have selected the right material. Okay, and let's export this specification into Excel. Now system generates all necessary specifications with this replace material. For convenience I just used one replacement. Now let's go to the product structure. As you see, there is a separate tab for multi-layer boards. We have a complete part list here. We have an option to see a cutted part list, and so on and so on and so on. And also there, as you remember, I used some replacement, and see, as you see, there is this replaced material. To save your time, I just replaced just one instance. So, but I hope that the idea is clear. Okay, let's close it and let's see what we have more. There is a lot of improvements, but due to time limitation, I cannot show you all of them. But soon we will offer short trainings, so you may be able to see the more nuances. Okay, the first improvement is related with the new user interface, because we redesigned the way how users work with the ribbon of Woodwork for Inventor. Also, we included several head-up elements, and as you see, there is a comparison between version 4 and version 5. The same command is loaded, so the ribbon is completely different. And also, as you see at the top, there is a separate command window, and this is the design area here, and at the bottom you see that we merged the design window, and this tiny command is also placed here, so we save a lot of design space. Also, we included the multi-language support. Now we have an English, Russian, Polish, Lithuanian and German languages. This means that you may see the system in your own language. Also, we embed a new SQL engine instead of separate Microsoft Access installation. This means that there is no more headache related with the implementation process. Everything is included into the one single setup file. Also, many of our clients requested to see some samples, and we included sample models in our setup. So after installations, you may see some samples in the sample directory in your workspace. And because we added some new features like working with unfolded parts and so on, we have new workflows. You may calculate the length of unbended part, unbended profile, set the grain direction to bended plate, set oversize in unbended state, and so on and so on. Moreover, there is new upcoming update, which will be available I believe in April, and we will include the new auto print. This update will be free, and you will see new options like automated scaled view. There will be an option to set one part per file, and in this way you may get a bundle of files in some selected directory. There will be a new whole annotation table option. Of course, there will be an annotation for edge banding, texture, and so on and so on. Plus, we will include two new languages like French and Italian. And now I would like to thank you for your attention, and if you have some more questions, please feel free to ask. Here you see my email address, and thank you very much. Bye.